Hello and welcome to another Harsh Noise Gear review. I am here with the Arturia MatrixBrute, which is an insane, huge synthesizer. What the hell is going on? I got this thing 2 years ago, and I am ready to sell it. And I want to talk a lot about it because this has been like one of my favorite synthesizers. But I got some credit card debt for like music gear. Wow, who'd have thunk? Whoa, where'd that come from? And so I'm trying to sell this MatrixBrute. Now this is a MatrixBrute Noir, and I have a road case for it, and I'll show that in a second. But I'm trying to sell it. It's got a post on Reverb and also whatever. Yeah, there's a post on Reverb in the comments. And I'm going to talk a lot about this thing and do some stuff with it for harsh noise and experimental music. Okay, I'm gonna go over why I'm selling it, why you might want it, what it is. Then I'm going to do a very quick features rundown. I'm not doing a walkthrough and showing you every sound. There's plenty of stuff like that on YouTube already. I'm just going to quickly be like, these are the parts. This is what it does. Then I'm going to show you why I'm using 4 distortion fuzz, why I'm using 3 Carcosas over here and a Joyo Uzi over there. And why it's actually great, and why you need 3 really 3 like gain staging things, and that's because there's an insert and a left and right. I'll get into that. Anywho, get into that. I'm also going to go over a bunch of patches that I've made. I'm also going to go over how to do no input on this, because you can, since it's got an external input and a headphone output very easily. I'm also going to go over how to do a bunch of horrible modulations to this analog monster, using like an alternate input into its CV inputs. And then we're going to build a few different patches together to show off how to make noise on this thing. Okay. So what the hell? What the hell is this? This is the Arturia MatrixBrute. This is a oh my god. This is a 3 voice 3 oscillator where do I even start? Okay. It's an analog synthesizer. It weighs like 37 pounds. This is like the most bang for your buck for analog synth you can like get. Period. There's so much. Okay, so it's a hybrid synthesizer in that it has all analog parts, in that all the oscillators and filters and everything and whatever is all, even the effects are Bucket Brigade based analog. It's all circuitry that is analog. It's even got oscillators that you have to tune and run a tuning algorithm because they're voltage controlled. So when this thing starts up, they have to warm up. And if the synth has been cold, it takes longer. Basically, you have to run the tuning algorithm. Let's run it right now. You hold... oh, no, not that one. You hold panel and then hit keyboard track. And then it says ton, and then you can't hit anything while it runs the tuning algorithm and tunes the oscillators. You gotta do that within the first 30 minutes to set up, but I've had it on for a bit now, so it should be even. Let's play a chord. So you can hear, anywho, whatever. It's an analog I'm trying to not get ahead of myself, but it's hard because there's so much about this giant thing. Okay. So it's an analog synth. It's got all these analog parts, but then it has the matrix mixer, which allows you to take sources and destinations and route them into each other, and then dial in the attenuation, positive or negative, for how much each source is connected to each destination. And so it's basically like a whole bunch of modules or a whole bunch of electronic parts that are normal connected to each other in one way, but you can overwrite a lot of the connections and create new connections using the matrix mixer and the modulation matrix. It's wild. So this, yeah, this is the matrix. This was just this giant grid. Yeah. So this is it's a synthesizer that has, it can either be monophonic, one note, with 3 oscillators on the one note. It can also be paraphonic, which is what we were doing earlier, which is 3 voices, 1 oscillator per voice, in the order that you hold them down and like latch them. Yeah, you get it. And then there's dual split, which splits the keyboard and splits the filters and the routing, and puts it in a double keyboard where it puts the sequencer on the left and the pitch bend on the right, and a bunch of other crazy features. Yeah, so it's a monophonic synthesizer that weighs 38 pounds. Like, what? But it's paraphonic. It's, you know, not polyphonic, but it's paraphonic. But like, okay, so why did I get this thing? Partially, my grandpa died, and I got like a few $1,000s, and I was like, fuck it. I'd been watching videos on this thing for like every morning with coffee for a year. And then I got grandpa died money, and, you know, sometimes you achieve your dream of owning a giant synthesizer for 2 years and then you have to sell it. But that's the nature of life and cycles and changes, besties. But I also got it because I was forming a band at the time, and thought it would be a cool centerpiece, and also I wanted something more sound design heavy at the time. These days, I do not want as much sound design heavy things because, well, I'm trying to sell this for 2 reasons: credit card debt, and there is a fine balance between, as an experimental musician, there is a fine balance between experimenting and playing, and, you know, playing slash performing slash recording, versus experimenting. Like, you can tweak sounds forever with some of this tech. Like, oh my god, are you kidding? Like, that's all you can do. No, it's not all you can do, but like there's a balance between the two. You see, playing and performing and tweaking the sound forever. And in analog synths, you do the tweaking the sound forever, and then you do the playing and recording, as opposed to like digital, like working in your DAW. It's the opposite, in that you play your MIDI notes and you get that sick melody in, and you get your beat in, and you like, and then you spend a year tweaking the sound file and the effects and the mix and all the tracks. You know, so it's one or the other. There's always a little bit of both in music, unless you just like pick up an instrument and play the instrument and never tweak the sound and never tune it and never change it. But that's not experimental music, whatever. Okay. So, why might you want this? Is if you want something that's got a crazy sound design, very powerful, and you don't have anything else that can do the crazy shit that this thing can do, and you want to hook it up to other stuff, or well, why you should buy mine compared to the others, I'm throwing in a $300 value Rode case that like is made for it. Um, so if you want to like throw this on a keyboard stand and rock out in a giant synthesizer, that's cool as hell. You should do that. That's what I wanted to do, but yeah, it didn't line up this time around. So different synthesizer in the future maybe. But this could be yours. Anywho, let's go. I want to. I really. I love this thing. This thing is so much fun to play, and I've used it on a lot of tracks, and I really want to get into why. So let's Okay, we're gonna do a features rundown. Check this out. Check this out, y'all. We are going to go into video mode, handheld video mode, handheld microphone mode. Okay. Okay. So, we have we have a synthesizer. It's a big one. It's a big one. Okay, let's take a quick look. Okay, we have 3 oscillators. Oscillator 1, oscillator 2, oscillator 3. There's also a noise section. There's also audio modulation section. This section is amazing. You can run a bunch of stuff into a bunch of other stuff by a twist of a knob, and it gets gnarly quick. There's also down here, there's a bend range knob for the bender and a mod wheel selection thing for the mod wheel. And you can choose the voicing, you can sync it, you can choose the noise. Okay, then there's the mixer. The mixer section, you've got 3 oscillators, you've got noise, you've got the external input. We're going to get into that because damn is this patch great for external input. If I beep, put it in a paraphonic mode, we'll hear about it. But yeah, the mixer, you can basically, this thing has 2 filters, a Steiner Parker filter and a Moog style ladder filter. And you select by pushing the button which of the 2 filters you are routing each of the 5 sources to. And then it goes to the filter, and the filters can be multi-mode, different slopes. You've got overdrive on the filter. You've got brute factor, which runs the amplifier back into it. You've got an envelope, a attenuverter. You've got the output knob. You've got a big orange cutoff knob, and a resonance, and it does self-oscillate and squeal and get nasty and gross. The Steiner, the ladder pair, the other filter, this one, is similar, but it doesn't have a notch, and it's got a different character. And then you can run them either in parallel or in sequence. And there is a master cutoff encoder that wiggles both colored knobs at the same time. Big knob, big knob, big knob. There's another big knob over there. We'll get to that. Then we've got 2 LFOs that just like aren't doing anything. You gotta hook them up to stuff. They got so many different wave shapes, besties. We've got look at all these wave shapes. Look at all these wave shapes. There's even a secret one that is at the end of them that is like a programmable wavetable graphic interface. It's insane. We'll get to that. Oh my god. Maybe we won't. Who knows? If I don't bring it up, I don't bring it up again. There's so many features on this thing. We got two LFOs. They can sync or they can not sync to whatever the hell you want. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Then we've got a little screen. 3 envelopes. 1 dedicated to the amplifier. 1 dedicated to the filters. The filter has a dedicated envelope amount, an envelope amount knob. And then, so there's also velocity that you can set, sensitivity for each, and that's just like, these are the normal connections, right? And then you've got a 3rd envelope, which ain't normal to shit. You gotta connect that. You gotta connect it to something. You don't gotta. It has a delay instead of velocity. Wow. Then we've got the matrix. Oh my god, it's the matrix. Oh, enter the matrix. Enter it. Enter it. Enter it. Wow. And a big knob. Big knob. Okay. and an e-ink screen, electronic ink. It's magnetic. Three big buttons. We're gonna get right back into that. Basically, there's three modes. Either there's preset mode where there's 256 preset slots, or there's sequence mode where you push it, and then you have your sequencing options, and it's a 64 step, and you can do a whole lot of bullshit with it. Or there's the modulation matrix where you connect your dots and give them juice, negative or positive, and attenuate those connections like you're patching cables. Also, what's crazy about this modulation matrix, right, is so you have your here are some sources. You got envelope 1, 2, 3, an envelope follower from the external input, LFO 1, 2, 3, mod wheel, the up and down the keyboard, or the sequencing knob attenuation. Aftertouch. It's got aftertouch. It's not that good aftertouch, honestly. It's kind of like stiff feeling. It's not as soft and squishy as the MiniBrute 2's aftertouch, which is fantastic, but it's still aftertouch. It's usable. Velocity, it's velocity. Sequence mod, which is like a mod you can program in the sequencer. And then you've got M1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2 expression pedal inputs. I've got an expression pedal plugged into O here, expression pedal 1, M3. What are the M's? They are these macro knobs down hither. The macro knobs down hither can be assigned to any number of parameters in that row, and so they can control many things at once. Also, there's a portamento, or glide, if you don't speak Italian. I swear I'm not going to mention Italians as many times as I did last video. That was weird. I think I just ate a big pasta about it. I don't know. Okay, a keyhole. You can note priority for monophonic and legato. Oh, damn it, I'm back with Italian. Anywho. There's also, holy shit, what is this over here? Why is there an e-ink screen? It is because there are 4 columns of 4 pages of assignable destinations. That's right, let's go over the destinations we got. You can send any of this bullshit into the pitch of oscillator 1, ultrasaw, pulse width, metal, oscillator 2, pitch, ultrasaw, pulse width, metal, the Steiner cutoff, the ladder cutoff, the LFO amount, the VCA, and then what the fuck are these? These are assignable columns, 16 total columns, 4x4, and what you do is you hold one of those buttons, and then you wiggle any freaking knob on the freaking board, except I found out you can't do fine-tune phones or master volume, and that kind of makes sense, but you can wiggle any freaking knob. You can even wiggle the knob that connects to 2 things. You can wiggle a connections knob to have something else control an amount of that connection. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. You also can you can calm down a bit. Then after it comes out, the sound comes out of the output of the filters, it goes right all up into the analog effects section, which is all bucket brigade delay based. And that's right, we got a delay, a stereo delay, mono delay, a chorus, and a flanger and reverb. And they sound pretty unique because there's not often you get a chorus and flanger and reverb that are like, haha, we're just going to use the same bucket brigade delay circuit. So it's like kind of weird because it's a bucket brigade chorus and a bucket brigade flanger and a bucket brigade reverb, so they don't work like a normal, because it's analog and it's using the same like weirdo circuits. Stuff sounds cool, especially if you run a non-regular clock and sync it. Then the delay tiering on this, gorgeous, weird. I'll probably demonstrate some of it later. There's also a sequencer. You can make it go faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, nice. Wow. 1, 2, 8, 9. Not as interesting. Okay, whatever. I'm just spinning the right knob. Anywho, it's a sequencer. It can do all sorts of stuff, and it connects to the sequence button over here, and it does all this other crazy stuff. You can subdivide the things. You can make it swang. You can blah, 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 blah. It's a sequencer. You know. Shit, what else am I missing? Oh my god, bestie. Let's look at these connections. Okay. Okay, let me... Can I go around? Should I go around? No, it's too far. We're gonna go... Hold on. We're going upside down. Okay, so we got... Freaking phones out. We're listening. Oh, there's a headphone out. Right there. Yeah. Anywho, back to... Okay, so we got the phones out. We got a logo. Insert cable. It's an insert cable. Oh my god, it's an insert cable. Okay, where the freaking heck was I? I'm gonna finish this up real quick. Real quick. Okay, we have insert cable. Insert cable. Okay, I'm running a Carcosa fuzz with the insert that one, the insert cable. Then we have holy hell 12 ins and outs for those fixed destinations. 12 ins and outs. We're going to get to those. We've also got an audio input with some gain control. We have sync in and out, trigger in and out, these other guys, expression pedals, sustain, some fucking MIDI, USB, power. It's all there. What do you want? All right, features done. All right, the features are done. Wow, oh my god. So you've seen all the parts. So now you know roughly what I'm going to be... I'm also going to, explain what I'm doing for the most part. But now you can see that, holy shit, there's a lot of analog parts, and damn can they all wiggle together. So let's get to wiggling. This camera keeps wiggling. I love wiggling. Anywho. I'm going to use the expression pedal. You'll see. What am I doing? Well, I've got I've got a shaker box that I made, and I'm running it through a Joyo Uzi, which I just reviewed like 2 weeks ago. And then I'm running the Joyo Uzi into the the external input, which is right here. And then I am mixing it in using that connection right there. The foot pedal is giving me, I'm basically turning up and down the volume on the external input with my foot. And then This knob down here is the this knob over there, which is the envelope. No, it's the sustain of the VCA. So I'm kind of using that as like a filter to Oh, it's the sustain of no, it's sorry, envelope 1. It's the sustain of the filter envelope. And so the I have the bias turned down all the way on the Uzi. And I have the other thing going on with that. Okay, cool. Yeah, features, right? What was next on my list? Oh yeah, my distortion and fuzz pedal setup. Why am I using an Uzi and 3 Carcosas with this synth? Okay, so you figured out the Uzi, right? Which is, I'm running a shaker box into it. Running into the external, and the external comes in at the level of the mixer, and then it happens before the filters and before the analog effects. And we can hear the analog effects. Let me turn them up. I mean, we've been listening to them. So here's them off. On. Well, totally dry. Totally wet, I mean. I was at like, I don't know, 50-50, I guess. Yeah, sounds about right. This is a patch I made up like a bit ago. It's a really simple patch. It's just the 3 different oscillator settings, or two different ones, and then like a sine wave on the 3rd oscillator, and then you mix the shaker box in through the external. That's all. Okay, so we are going to talk about the insert Carcosa. So, the insert cable. What is an insert cable? Well, it is it's a tip ring sleeve cable that, or a TRS, tip ring sleeve, yeah. And then it splits into a tip and a ring, right? And then one is an input, the other is an output. Basically, an insert cable is running out from the insert slot, and then runs into a Carcosa with its like tip or ring, I forget which, and then the other one is its output from the Carcosa. So I'm just running it into this Carcosa here. So and then why am I doing that? It's because the insert inserts whatever effects pedals you put in the insert cable chain after the filters, but before the analog effects and all the modulators and other shit that would affect those things and other such nonsense. So, let's turn it on. Let's turn on the Carcosa. I've got let's see what it sounds like. I think that sounds great, having like the fuzz before the effects, because without... They're throwing the stereo effects. But then why do I have 2 more Carcosas? That's right, baby, for the left and right outputs. Slightly different tunings, but... So now we have the distortion, post filter and post effects. See if we can make it a little less hissy. turned up the glide for fun and flavor. Oh yeah, but let's check it out when we run the external through. So that's a shaker box going through a distortion pedal, through 2 filters, and through analog effect, through a fuzz, and then analog effects, and then 2 more fuzzes. Let's see what that shaker box sounds like. Yeah, about what I thought. Yeah, let's turn on the filter. Let's change our Carcosa setting. Ooh. Let's get some self-oscillating filter. Turn that resonance up. Wow. Gosh, I sure do love noise. Okay. So that's the pedal setup I'm going to be using for this. Let's go over some old patches. So I've been going over this one. Let me go over one of my favorites. Oops. Let's go into preset mode. Oh yeah. So one of the things that sucks about this synth, one of the only complaints I got is sometimes I delete my whole progress by like spending like some time with the knobs and faders, and then I'm like, yeah, I know what modulation I'm gonna add, and then before hitting the mod button, I accidentally don't remember that I'm just in preset mode, and then I just go, yeah, okay, I'm gonna add that connection to there. Bonk! Now you're in a different preset, and you just lost all your progress, bestie, and you try and go back, and you go, oh my god, it's all gone. It's all gone. You have to hold save and then click the fucking slot, or it's not. And you got to make sure you're not in preset mode when you bonk another matrix button, or it's gonna bonk out your bonker zone. You know what I mean. I'm here. Okay, let's do this. So we got the sequence, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, so where was I? Let's go to this one. No. This one. This is a very fun noise patch that I made, and it's designed to go through stereo fuzz. Luckily, wow, I got that already set up. This is a noise wall, so I'm going to hit hold. I'm going to go down to the lowest note, and it's monophonic, so I'm just going to hit the low C, and we're going to listen to it, and then tell you what's going on. Distortion. distortion? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Okay, so what's going on is I have the oscillators really low, like they're really low, and I was doing audio rate modulation to them. But now I've turned them way up high, and I was also using the random LFO, random sample and hold LFO. See that guy flickering? Using that to change the pitch, and also the cutoff rate. Good old R2D2 up in this bitch. Beep boop boop boop. Pee my butt. That's what he says. I don't speak Star Wars, man. I don't speak Star Wars. Chewbacca stole my freaking weed. Yeah, but that's what that trash can says. Or whatever. Okay, let's just do another patch. Let's do another patch. This one? No. Is it this one? No. God damn, I don't remember. There's so many, and I forget which ones are mine. That one's mine. Yeah, that one's mine. What was I doing with this? Oh, this is not mine. No, it's the Adventurer's Flute. This is a great preset, though. Yeah. Yeah, let's fuck it up. Okay, what am I doing? Is there any, like, particular presets I really give a shit about showing? No, not really. Like, building sounds on this thing is, like, the thing about it. Like, saving presets is, like, cool. You saved it. You can come back and you can perform your thing. That's cool. But we're going to freaking move on to freaking headphone, no input music, bestie. So we're going to initialize. So we're gonna find a random patch that sucks. Suckier. Yeah, fuck this one. Boop. Now we have panel preset. Initialized it into a delightful, boring, classic triangle. Monophonic single oscillator triangle. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's turn it into a no input patch. Let's turn off the oscillator. We're going to put on the external. Let's do it through just the Steiner-Parker filter. Let me normalize this so you can see what we're looking at. And then we're going to take the headphone output right up front here, right here. And we are going to stick that out into, right now it's going into the Uzi, but the Uzi's off. So right now think of it as just going all the way into our external input, right into here. And so, let's open a gate. Hit a key hold, open any key. Let's turn our headphones down for now. Let's turn our external up, and let's turn our headphones up. Yeah, no input, baby. Simple as that. Simple as that. Classic. No input soundscape. That you know and love from running a mixer into itself. You can run it into itself, but right now we're going into the filter, so check this out. The filter is in play with the feedback loop as well as all the knobs and attenuators and stuff. So we're going to find, and feedback is all about sweet spots, baby. So we're going to find sweet spots. Here we go. Let's turn up the drive and the brute factor, change the slope, keep it in low pass mode, give it a tiny bit of resonance. Let's lower it. More resonance. Lower freaking. Okay, let's do let's bring in some effects. Let's bring in the chorus into the no input mix. Let's widen the chorus. Let's bring down the tone, the rate, then turn the regeneration, the delay time a bit. Okay. So, no chorus, full chorus, based on Bucket Brigade, mid. Right, so let's attenuate our feedback loop. Okay, so we can't modulate the headphones, but we can find a sweet spot, and then we can modulate the external. Let's let's modulate the filter. Okay, so let's throw an LFO on that filter. So you see how I did that? I just kind of see how I did that LFO? Shush. See how I did that? LFO. Right? LFO's there, LFO 1's there, and then I hit Steiner cut, Steiner cutoff. Turned, you can either give it a positive juice or negative juice, but it's a bipolar wave, so it's kind of just like phase up or down, you know? Boop, boop. And then, let's get our rate going up a bit. Let's also have that affect our speed of our chorus. So we're going to hold this. We're going to wiggle this one. Now that column is chorus speed. Let's put the LFO in there too. Give it some juice. Give it some juice. Oh, that's cool. Oh, let's give it some. Yeah! We're going to bring in the Uzi as well. So it's going headphone out into Uzi. Headphone out into Uzi, into external in, into filter, into fuzz, into chorus, into headphone out, into Uzi, into you see, the worm. Let's change this guy. Let's remove the LFO. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah! Yeah! Oh, let's use the LFO to make it faster. That's cool. That's nasty. Let's throw the flanger. let's do a second filter. In sequence. Now it's real weird because it's running through two different filters. Let's, you know what? Let's break out the spider cable. And then we're gonna run this into the freaking thing. What am I gonna run it into? Filter. Okay. So we have filters. Okay, the audio is running out from the Uzi. So it goes headphone to Uzi to splitter into audio input into filter control into filter control. Bring back that chorus. Oh, let's yeah. Gosh, I love noise. Cool. Okay. What's next? What's next, y'all? You know what's next? You know what's next? We're gonna, instead of having the headphone out into the external, we're going to turn on our oscillators again. Let's turn on our oscillators. Let's have a monophonic. Yeah. Monophonic. Detuned a little. With some sub bass and some different wave shaping and a little bit of noise and a little bit of that. Normal enough. Okay, let's do a sequence. Let's throw a sequencer on here. So we're gonna clear the sequence. We're gonna start the sequence at the end. We're gonna give it a more wild BPM. We're going to go plonk, plonk, just so I can hear it. We're gonna go plonk, plonk. I like to give myself like a little metronome. Not perfect, but I can fix it up. I can fix it up. Cool, good enough. Like, freaking whatever. Anywho, so we have our freaking beat. We're gonna take our freaking Hadron Collider and run it into our Uzi. And get our battery. And then, when you turn up the power, we're running it into our external input and into our pitches? No. Let's run it into our pitches. So pitch should be this one and this one. Let's give it a shot. So we're not going to be listening to this, just the effect of this on the pitch of two oscillators. Let's go. Yo! Alright, screw the sequencer. Let's just listen to noise! Let's do a low note. Let's do like a low... No, no sequencer. Hold it. Yeah! Noise wall! Let's do a high note. Let's actually listen to the synth. Let's turn off the synth sound, so we're just hearing the modulation again. Oh, let's throw it on the filter. Come on. We're gonna throw it on the filter. Okay. Let's turn up the resonance a little. Ooh. Let's try it without the carcosas just to see what we're working with. Oh, that's still nasty and weird. That's great. It's very high pitched. Let's get rid of that by going like this. Right, and then let's get a medium note. Ooh! That sounds juicy. I'm getting distracted. Okay. That's so cool, bestie. What's next? What's next? I want to know what's next. We'll find out in good time. Okay. What is next? Let me, we're going to build a crunchy poppy patch. And then I'm kind of gonna, I don't know, I might wrap it up. You know, okay, so this synth is like, I've kind of demonstrated some of the crazy stuff this can do, but like, it's like your imagination, your butt is your oyster, your imagination is your world, besties. Oh yeah, let's talk about this thing. Check this out. This is a shapeable LFO. Watch this. Let's go to our mod matrix. Let's put our LFO1 on our pitch and hold it. Right, so we got it wiggling. Let's get a little more normal style. Normal style. Right? Check this. So, this color means step. This color means slide. We can choose our glide speed. Let's give them all glide. LFO! Nutty! So now we have that, and then let's use a random LFO to, let's go to our mod matrix. We're going to do LFO1 right here, and then we're going to do LFO2 random random LFO into LFO1 rate by this amount. Noise time. Who likes power electronics? Let's go like here. Let's go with the second note. But this note is going to be lower. Bassier. And more triangles. And we're going to put this on that by that amount. Yeah, and then we're gonna do that to it. Whatever. And then we're gonna let's have there we go. Audio FM from oscillator 1 to oscillator 2. And then we can sync oscillator 1 to oscillator 2. In which nothing happens, kind of. Sort of. But this is way cooler. Like, damn! Like, damn, what? What? Like, this thing is easy to make noise on. Let's go back to our LFO. Let's go like this. Cool! That's spicy! I like it! Let's make oscillator 3 do something gross. Because this is drone out. Let's make it high pitch. Throw something at it. Mod. Second column. Oscillator 3 pitch. LFO 1. LFO 2 as well. Yeah, baby. Yeah, we honkin'. Let's change notes. Higher. We're not using any effects. Lower. Let's have stuff modulating our whatchamahoozer. Effects. Yeah. Ooh! Let's go to page 2. Page 2. Yo, let's go. Okay, let's bring in some effects. Lower note. Higher note. Faster LFO. And discernible. Slower LFO. Oh, that's gorgeous. I dig this. And like, I'm not even doing that much of this thing. I'm just showing you how to make like nasty, nasty noise. Let's do some filter stuff too. Let's turn up the resonance, bring down that thing, make them squeal a little. Give it that. Let's do this here. Not there. Not there. Not there. There. When you're doing noise, you don't have to be a sound designer. You can kind of just have a good time. Let's go low. No effects. Let's just listen. Oh my god. What have I done? What have I done? Let's go to stereo delay. Oh, way cooler. Yeah. Cool. Pitch. Wild. Damn. Turn up the speed. This synth is insane. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna leave you with this patch here, because this patch is truly something different. But so is this whole synth, honestly. Like, this is wild. Like, what? Such a good sounding synth. Okay. In conclusion, for real this time. In conclusion, for freaking real though. For freaking real. The MatrixBrute is one of the craziest things I've ever gotten the opportunity to play. I hope that someone else can take the opportunity to play this amazing instrument that I've been able to hold on to for 2 years, but I gotta get moving with it. So if you have thought this was cool and you have money burning a hole in your pocket and a need for a crazy fucking monosynth in your studio or in your like road gig, you want to play with this, hit the reverb link in the description. God, also thank you for watching this long, rambly review. I covered most of the things I wanted to do. I might not have like talked about all of it, but I sure as hell hit most of the buttons, except I didn't really mess with the sequencer, but like, we ain't making music today. It's the Harsh Noise gear review. No music, no bestie. No melodies, bestie. No beats. No lyrics. No A part, B part transition, key change. We're making noise. Alright, thank you for watching yet another Harsh Noise Gear review. Don't forget to like and also subscribe. It doesn't help me, it just helps you. I love you. I love you and I want you to learn about noise. Next week I will have a video that is more approachable to beginners. This week was an unapproachable giant object. Next week we're going to learn how to noise for cheap. And I'm gonna think about noise. I hope you also think about noise in your life, when you go to sleep, when you go to bed. I'm waiting for this thing to fade out. It's really not fading out. Come on, oscillators. Oscillators, filters. Oh my god, I'm done. Love you all.